Hey guys, today we have Priyanka with us, who started working with us, I think, in the last week of October. And we have worked upon 4 colleges together, and she has received two of the few of the best colleges of the world. The rest, I would want Priyanka to give a small introduction and about her, the admits, and the scholarship she has got.
Sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Priyanka Gupta. I graduated in the year 2021 as an electronics and telecommunication engineer. And early on, I realized that I do not have knack for coding. So, I shifted to other domains like marketing, strategy, analytics side of it. And that's why I wanted to go for masters in similar domain. And that's how I started working on my application and what I wanted to go for, maybe in strategic management MS or an MBA for it.
Right.
So there were a couple of colleges that I had shortlisted, but the admits that I received are basically from ESCP for an MBA, and another one was ESSEC Business School, and that was for MS.
There was MS in Strategy Management and International Business, right?
Yes.
SMI. Yeah. And do you mind sharing the amount of scholarships you've got from these two colleges as well?
Yes, so I received scholarship from both the colleges. For ESCP, I received around 13,000 euros of scholarship from it, and from ESSEC, I have around 10,000 euros.
Okay, that's amazing. And just for the viewers again, so she did not have a GMAT score for ESCP MBA. She gave their own exam. They have their own exam, GMAT or GRE score. And for ESSEC, we applied with her CAT score, right? So again, there is hope for people who don't have a GMAT GRE score. One important question I wanted to ask, like, because initially, like now we still have a great reputation in the market right now because of our past admits. But when you were deciding, we were still a very new player in the market. Why did you really choose us? What made you choose us over, other big companies out there?
So initially, when I started with my application, I was very skeptical about it because of the few things that were bothering me was that I did not have a score. I did not have big giants on my resume, and I was also quite late to start with my application. So when I initially got on the call with you, I realized that you were very confident with my application, and that gave me hope that okay, I can land into good colleges still if I try for it. You did not paint any rosy picture for me. You showed me what was actual on the papers and could be done out of it. So that was one of the things that I was drawn towards this organization. And I know there are a couple of giants out there who have big brand names out there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, quantity doesn't matter. You need to vouch for the quality that you're offering. So I felt that instead of going for the giants who might even not be helping me with one-on-one mentorship or guidance as such, which I was getting with you.
Yeah.
So that's why I started working with you. I felt that confident when I felt confident with my profile when I had a initial conversation.
Okay, makes sense. So personalization and pushing you to get into a better university. That's what you like in us, right? Okay, so I mean that's something that was important for you. Do you think that played well? Do you think this decision of yours eventually, panned out to be great, good? And if so, when you actually worked with us, what did you really like in us? Anything you can share with the other people listening right
now? So yes, because I was not so confident about my profile. So when I started working with you, I started seeing that what are the things that I could paint in my application or put out there on my application and work on and highlight that instead of thinking the negatives I might have. So that helped me put my best foot forward out there to the adcoms, to the companies out there. And when I started receiving those interview calls or maybe the short list, that gave me a great boost that, okay, fine, I can do it. And it was only possible because there was a team working with me. It was my mentor working. It was you who was working. Our editing team who were on tiptoe all the time. They really helped me frame the essay the way I wanted to.
Right.
Those all things put into picture helped me land where I am today.
It's nice, right? And when you say the editor working, right? First of all, cheers to her. Although she's not with us right now, she has moved to a different organization, but she has helped us a lot. So cheers to her. I mean, not a lot of students appreciate that. So what did you really feel when it comes to the content was different? Because for a lot of people, SOP is just like a resume, right? Like they would just note down points from the resume, try to explain those by joining prepositions and just making sentences out of those, right? Just talking about achievements. Is there something that you saw, because we worked on quite a few colleges and the edits? Is there something you saw and that you liked in the edits initially that maybe surprised you, or that was as per your expectation, not as per the expectation, whatever it is?
So editing team plays a very crucial role because they are going to put forward your story into an essay to the adcoms who will be reading and grasping what the best out of it. So it's a very crucial or important role that they are playing right onto it. But the thing is that what I felt was good about our editors was that they were putting our story in the best way and the way I wanted to put it.
Okay.
And the thing is, we cannot just write what we have done so far in an essay. That's not what people are looking at. Because that could be easily read out from your resume, that what you have done so far, or what you have done so far in your life, and wherever you are going to reach.
Right.
So the thing is, they are looking for a different aspect, the story behind your life, what has helped you reach till here, this point in your life.
Right.
So that has to be put forward in the form of a story that only an editor can do for you. You can write your essays, but to make it in a readable format where people are actually, when they are reading it, they are connecting to it. That's an editor job, and that's what she did it best. She was, I think, when she was working on my application, and I used to read edits after it was done, when I used to provide the initial draft and she used to edit it. Then when I used to read, I was really enjoying it when I was reading.
Right.
So that was, I was never bored out. What is it on paper?
Right.
Instead, it was something that I wanted to even read further. That's very important, that the adcom does not get bored while reading your essays, and that's something a writer could only do, putting your story in front of them.
Right. So again, that is one of the biggest goals when we try to edit the essays. I've always told this to our editors, we don't just write for the adcoms to get impressed. We really write for the students also to get impressed, right? So if you are getting bored by reading your own essay, then most probably anybody else will also get bored while reading your essay as well, right? So it has to come something, and we always don't just try to edit is, am, are, and just change a couple of lines, right? We go above and beyond and try to create a whole story, and then sometimes requires us to fabricate a certain situations around the things you've done, right? So that is something that I feel is very important for stories, and which is not something that you can really very well understand when you are initially talking to me, having a call with me or having a call with someone else from the team, still deciding who you would want to work with. That's difficult to understand, although I'm still trying to incorporate how we can share it with you guys who are initially making decisions. But that is something that you can only understand once you write it yourself and then you see the edited version, right? Okay, so this was more about the edit. Is there anything else you felt was different in us? You might be having certain friends also who are going abroad who might have taken some help, or specifically in your experience also, something that you really liked in general, not with the content, and something that you enjoyed was maybe not as per your expectation, whatever it could be.
Another thing that I really liked was that no matter the time, no matter the situation, when I used to reach out with my doubts or the queries, there was someone or the other to help me out right in there. And at that moment itself, it was within 5 or 10 minutes I used to get a reward, if not from my mentor, from you. Right. So there was someone who was always helping me out and who used to reassure that you're not alone in this process. It's a very overwhelming process.
Right.
You need guidance right in there because it's very new to even us. Like we do not know. We have only applied to the Indian schools so far.
Right.
So now you're going and applying to the international schools. So you need those help and those pinpointers or the extra advices that come in from you guys. So that was something that I really appreciate, that no matter the time it was, I remember it was really at times very late. So, but you were there, a mentor was there, they were helping in each and every way out possible.
Right.
So this was something that I really admired about you guys. Apart from that, I have seen that there might be delay from my end to provide the initial draft of the story, but the writers were on point. Like they used to do it within a couple of days. They used to edit or make the draft ready so that I do not get delayed with my application, because editing also takes time. You will be putting in your inputs, the editor will be putting in your inputs, then you might need, there would be something or the other you want changes or edit at. So it's not that in one go it's done and dusted. You have to be there, put in your efforts, comments, their comments coming in. So you all working together to get the work done. So that ability has really helped me a lot.
That makes sense. So when we when we were helping you, there was one mentor that you also have used the name couple of times. First of all, I want to ask if you can just give it brief to the whoever is watching this right now, which college they were from, and how were they helpful, and do you feel that is something important, because that is a highlight, that is what our name justifies. It's Al Connect, it stands for Alumni Connect. So that is how I feel we are different in a way. So is that something you feel was that helpful for you? If so, what different angle do they bring to the whole situation?
Yeah, so mentor plays a very crucial role.
Yeah.
The reason why I say so is because what you're going through right now, he has already gone through that process. So he is very well equipped with the skill set, or maybe the process very well known for him. So he helps you with what are the mistakes that you can avoid. The same thing that he might have done or she might have done for himself or herself. So that helps. That's why a mentor comes in, and it's good to have someone who has worked in the similar way. So I had my mentor from Imperial College London, and he was a student of MIM program management in there, and he's based out of UK right now for his education. So when I used to reach out to him, I used to know the exact situation in the UK about the job prospect, the applications, and the other things. So he could actually guide me that what's really going on, like inside a college, what's going on. This is not something that you get when you read on internet or just when you browse through the websites.
Right,
it's something that come in when a person is inside it. You get those views and the insights. So that comes very handy. And since I was also applying to schools in Europe and other regions, so he could guide and let me know that what are the pros and cons of choosing this school or this place and everything is. And also his inputs came in for the drafts, his inputs came in for the interview, his all the guidance for from this very start of the process, from the shortlisting to initial drafts, how to write, even to write those drafts. He used to help a lot in that, because we are very new, we are just starting with the process. If someone is, because he has already done that, it really helps you how you're going to frame this essay, what you're going to highlight in this, what is the thing that the AdCom is actually willing to see in here, and you need to put in the same way. You just don't need to write it what you have done so far. You need to highlight this aspect of this application here.
Right.
So that used to come from a mentor, and he used to, for every application that he had sent out, we used to connect, and he used to guide that this is how you're going to write this essay. Each essay has those many pointers in there which helps you frame one final draft of it. So those all points are coming from a mentor of mine, and he was really crucial and helpful because he has that experience in there. That really helped.
Makes sense. Um, and is there any tip in general that you would want to give to somebody who's considering to study abroad? Something that you missed or something that you did which helped you. Um, for anyone, maybe it could help them save time, their resources, money, whatever it is. Any tip that you want to give someone?
One tip would be that start early, start as early as possible.
Right.
And at the start of your application, make sure that you have a list or an Excel sheet prepared with you where you have the name of the colleges written, the round that you are targeting, the deadline that you would be fetching your drafts or get ready with it. And also alongside that, mention the scholarships that you're targeting and their deadlines as well. Because I remember that I had an admit, but I could not apply to the scholarship because its deadline was gone. So don't wait for the admit or other things. If you're looking for scholarship, make sure that it's on the same tab or the Excel sheet that you're doing and move accordingly. I mean,
Right.
don't wait for things to happen for you. At the end of the day, it's your application. You have to put your best foot forward, and that has to be done only when you are after it, apart from others who will be helping and supporting you, obviously.
Right.
But it's you who have to be there and work on your application and start as early as possible. That would really help.
100% true, right? I mean, see, we are here to help you out. We are here to guide you. We are here to, basically solve any problem that you have. But you need to reach out that hand and, ask for things, right? You need to be yourself aware of which colleges you're targeting, how good they are, where they are, what are the deadlines for those colleges, right? Because it eventually is your journey, right? So
Very
we are here to help you get there, but the initial push should always come from your side. That's it for today, I think. And yeah, so before we end this, Priyanka applied to ESSEC in the second last round and she still got in. So don't get disheartened or afraid. Of course, like she mentioned, applying early will give you the best chances of getting in, more chances to improvise, think about the decision. You'll have more time, you'll have more colleges, if anything goes sideways to apply, you'll have more backup options. But still, right, it can happen. It happened for her also, but there usually when you're applying in the last round, second last round, there are a lot of variables, right? It's not just your hard work and your efforts and your profile. You also need a bit of luck, right? Who already has gotten, what are they now looking for, right? There are a lot of factors involved. So that's it from this conversation. I really thank Priyanka a lot to taking out time and doing this. We do get a lot of admits, but a lot of people are not free. A lot of people have their own job, so I know the effort it takes to take time for this conversation. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.